This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions.
Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill on this Monday. Josh Heupel's Monday press conference for Georgia week. And we got right out of the gates and asked him about Nico. He said he was with him today. Said to, pay attention to the injury report the rest of the week.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Heupel was optimistic on Saturday night.
Yeah.
He reiterated that optimism today. Said Nico was with him, and what little bit of practice stuff they do on Monday. And then we won't find out again until the injury report comes out on Wednesday. What they label his status as on Wednesday, and then we'll see how it goes the rest of the week. But Josh Heupel felt like he would be able to go. It feels like Dante Thornton's going to be able to go, but also quickly reiterated that you'll know more on Wednesday when the availability report first comes out.
Yeah, I do think that helps some of the coaching shenanigans. I mean, they're going to play a little bit of a game, but it does help a fraction. Lance Hurd got some praise from the head coach about just how much he's continued to progress. And the coach pointed out, young football players not played a ton of football and starting to find his groove the more he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a young guy who's not played a lot. He's also a guy who missed a lot of time in the preseason, and I think it caught up with him a little bit early. And then he had the injury. Played every snap in the game, and you're not seeing him as much. You're not hearing about him as much, which means that Lance Hurd's playing a better football. And I think he is, much like Nico and some other young players, Boo Carter and others, he's learning and growing into this role, and he's gotten better as the season has gone along.
You asked the head coach about Boo Carter and about, what he did to win that job and earn that opportunity. And, basically if they trust him on the road in a hostile environment, it's pretty clear that, the kids, got enough moxie that they believe in him.
Yeah, and we'll see where their trust is, Saturday night on the road. That's different than Saturday night at home.
Yeah.
This is a program that put D. Williams out there for the first time in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, they did.
So you kind of thought that Boo might get a shot earlier in the year at some point, but it sounds like he stacked some days. He's been a little bit more mature. I think you've talked about this. I think Boo, coming out of that first open date, has been a different player. I think you've seen Boo, even after that Arkansas loss, become a different player in terms of his focus and some of his growth and maturity and doing things other than just practicing and playing, just the prep work you got to do all week long to get ready.
Finally, Rob asked him, about being, do you feel like the program's more prepared 2 years later, because this was such a huge game 2 years ago with both teams being undefeated. And he said, 2 more years of putting in the system and guys being, bought into what we're doing. Should be.
Yeah, I thought that was probably the most candid answer of the day, to be honest with you, because he's just like, it's different. We are in a different place. We're a different program. I think the expectations are different. I think the understanding of what it takes to play in a big ball game is different, home and away. And there's a lot of guys who are going to play key roles in this game on Saturday night who were on the field in 2022 and know what that game was like. So all those things, I think, can help Tennessee as they get ready to take on a Georgia team that's facing a lot of questions themselves right now. There's a lot of things being asked about this Georgia team coming off that loss to Ole Miss. So this is a big game. I think it has a different vibe to it than 22 does, because I don't think anybody feels like Georgia's been as dominant, because they haven't been. And where exactly is this game? And 2 years ago, it was about high-scoring shootout. This game feels like it's going to be all about who can get to 20 points.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You're exactly right. The defenses have a chance to have a big night on Saturday night down in Athens, Georgia. For those that asked about Eric Kane and his availability for Saturday, he was with us today. He just was not seen during this 2-minute drill. He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.